Brian Acton. I've been with BMWC for 36 years, and it seems like only yesterday when I started, and I can remember starting here in this office in January of 1985.
What was your position when you started?
I was an assistant project manager. We didn't have project engineers back then, so that was the title. My childhood and into like maybe middle school, my career goal was to become a research scientist at Bell Labs. And Bell Labs is no longer in business today. It was bought, sold, and I'm not even sure what it is today. But they invented and discovered a lot of things such as semiconductors. So they were on the leading edge of a lot of research, and I wanted to be a part of that. Went to Purdue to become a mechanical engineer. Started in residential construction with my family business, building homes, and wanted to get away from that, so I went in mechanical. Got through 2.5, 3 years of that and decided that it was not what I wanted to do. So I joined the construction engineering and management program at Purdue and got back into construction. Overall, it has been an extremely rewarding experience. Not that there hasn't been bumps in the roads or times when you think about, well, it may be better to go somewhere else, but overall, BMW, the one thing about it is I was never lied to, never promised something that wasn't kept, and was always given as much rope as I wanted, and I took as much as I could get. And I don't know that a lot of companies are like that. I look back over the career, and I think a lot of it was I was in the right place at the right time, and extremely lucky. First off, my parents really were a huge influence on my work ethic. My dad worked very, very hard. My mom worked hard. And that instilled a work ethic in me that fit very well with BMWC, because that's what we are, is we're hardworking people. I think that's been a large part of my success. The other one was Tom O'Brien, who I succeeded. And Tom took an early liking to me. So when I started up in Munster, which was Lansing at the time, Tom was the branch manager, and I was the only assistant project manager or project engineer. So we developed a really close working relationship. And Tom saw something in me early on that I didn't see in myself. So he really mentored me all the way through my career. And to the point where if we went into a strategic planning meeting or any time of a corporate meeting, he'd pull me aside and say, now you need to speak up. You need to be visible. You need to participate. And he really coached me all along. There's lots of advice, but I think the couple things that come to mind is that there are fundamental aspects of our culture that we should never, ever allow to go away. And one of those is we all work as a team. We all do what it takes to get the job done, and we don't hide behind titles. We've always had titles for the outside world to know what our positions are, but internally, those should never matter. So I think that's what's made this company great over the years, is that work ethic and the fact that we'll all do whatever it takes regardless of our positions. The other thing that I would advise the entire leadership team is the world is moving at the fastest pace I've ever seen it move. With the data that is being collected and the data that's available, we can't take a year to make a decision. We can't take 6 months to have an initiative to try to get it done. Things have to happen much quicker than they've ever happened. What's afforded me and my wife and family really has been exposure to different countries and different people and different experiences that we've never would have had before. Being able to meet people that I would have never been able to meet. And having some of those people become friends, and we can talk today, whether it's a business or a personal issue. Visiting different areas of the country and different countries, and learning culture and learning a bit about business from others, and personal experiences. Those are values that you just can't get as easily as when you're the president of a company. Truly, that's been an amazing part of this position. One of the greatest memories that I think back on this company is when we celebrated our 50th anniversary. So I was out at Seattle. I'd been there for probably 5 or 6 years, and we had this huge celebration. And money seemed to be no object. So we actually flew most of my staff back and our superintendents, and all expenses paid. And we had this big party, black tie. We had an open house here at the office, and it was a wonderful occasion. And a lot of the retirees that I had known had come back for it. Jack Baker was here. Jack had made a speech. And privately, before that, we asked him to tell us about his history. So we recorded that. And he told how he went through founding the company and how hard he worked and the weekends that he worked and what it took. That was one of the most fondest memories I have of the company, other than the picnics and the golf tournaments that we used to have as a company were just so much fun. You know, one of the things that I'm going to miss most, that I do miss, is our people, being around our people. I got the most enjoyment of walking around the office and looking at people, watching them work, watching them collaborate, watching them do their jobs, working hard, making the customer happy, just watching our people do what they do best. That was probably the most enjoyment I've had. The other thing that I'm going to miss is the hunt. I loved hunting the projects and meeting with potential clients, and you know, I'm known for this expression of pulling the bid through a knothole, is doing everything we can and whatever it takes to get that project. I'm going to miss that. I'm going to miss the hunt. When you're in a leadership position, you're so driven and you're so busy and you're so focused 24/7 on the company and taking care of your job, is actually understanding how to enjoy leisure time. Just to find that leisure and really enjoy it. So it's slowing down a bit. It's not being driven to accomplish things on a time schedule, but really to understand how to enjoy life. And I'm learning how to do that. I'm not good at it yet, but so I'm looking forward to playing more golf, more woodworking. There's other hobbies that I have that I've not had time to be able to do, so I want to do some of those. And we want to travel more. There's places that we visit that we want to go back to. There's places that we've always wanted to go that we've not had time or the ability to go to. So we want to do a lot more traveling. You know, I can't say enough about how blessed I've been to come to this company. When I first started, I interviewed with the company, and I remember the day I interviewed and went through that whole regime and got a phone call very soon thereafter and said, "We want to hire you and we want you to start immediately." And I graduated in December of the year, and they wanted me to start January 7th, I think, whatever it was. And I wanted to take a month off. And I was told that if you want to come to work here, you're going to come on January 7th. So I came on January 7th, and from that point on, it's just been a company that has afforded me any opportunity that I wanted. I still think we do that today, that we provide the opportunities that any of our employees can take. If they have what it takes and they have the passion to make something happen, we're going to let them run with it. Again, it's just been a great ride. You know, sometimes I think I left too early, but then I also think it's time to let the next generation run with this and do what they can do with it and build it better than when I found it. And I hope that I built it a little bit better than when I found it. You know, I hope that I've done my best with the company, and that we always try to look at as stewards of this company. The leaders should be stewards. We're not entitled to the company. We're not entitled to our compensation. We're not entitled to our positions, but we are stewards here to make sure that this company grows and survives, and we can build it better for the next generation. I hope I've made it a little bit better than when I came in, and I know the next generation is going to make it better.